Okay, I'm really getting sick and tired of typing so fucking much every time something happens. So I'm just gonna record this in a video here. Um, a few weeks to a month or so ago, no, about 2 or 3 weeks or so ago, I made a post on Facebook regarding how the CRA has postponed my DTC application, disability tax credit application, until October. And they have requested additional information, they said, from the doctor. And they gave the doctor 30 days to provide them the information. Otherwise, the file gets closed and my advocates and I have to go through and do everything all over again. So I set up an appointment with the doctor. It was today. My advocates had asked me to, when I have the appointment, to bring the papers from the doctor's office, get them from the doctor, fill them out, and then take them from the doctor to them, to my advocates, so they can review them and then send them off. This morning, the doctor's office, not the doctor, but the secretary at the front desk, told me they can't do that. That they normally, what they just do is they fill out the forms and they automatically send it off right there, all electronically and whatnot. And the only thing they could do was to give me a photocopy of the form the CRA sent them, so like to see what questions they were asking and whatnot. Well, that sounds fucked. That's red flag number one. So it rolls around, the appointment, my appointment time rolls around. I have the appointment, and the doctor, we're going through the questions, and they're all the same questions as I had to answer for my disability, or my PWD, disability application itself, as well as the DCT application. They're asking me all the same fucking questions again, rehashing shit over and fucking over again. The same fucking things. But anyways, that's whatever. They want to ask questions. They got to do whatever fucking they got to do, bureaucratic bullshit, whatever. You go through the process. That's not really a red flag. It's just more of a fucking a frustrating annoyance, because, like I said, it just rehashes shit over and fucking over again. So, anyways, the red flag number one, telling me that I can't bring the form to my advocate. Red flag number two, we're going through the questions and whatnot. And I forget what the fucking the question was, but one of the questions she asked me twice, and said that I had contradicted myself in the initial application from what I'm saying now. I'm like, how the fuck? No, this is all the same things it was something to do with my anxiety and ability to do day-to-day things like my memory. I have a hard time keeping track of things, whatnot. And my answer's always been the fucking same. I have PTSD. Some days, I'm fine. I'm vigilant as fuck. Other days, if I'm under a lot of stress, if there's a lot of things going on and whatnot, sometimes it's just right out the window. You can tell me something, and 5 minutes later, it's like, what? That's why I write everything down. I write everything down. Take screenshots of everything. I keep track of everything. It's called PTS fucking D. So, anyways, red flag number two, telling me I contradicted myself when I sure as fuck didn't. So, we're going through the process again, and we're nearing the end of the CRA's question, or questionnaire, whatever they sent the doctor. And she mentions that I have ADHD. And I go, what? I don't have ADHD. I'm not diagnosed with it. I have my fucking files and stuff right here in front of me. I didn't say it like that, but in my mind, I'm just like, what the fuck? I tell her, what do you mean ADHD? I don't have ADHD. Like, what's this? It's like, oh, yes, you do. And nobody can tell me when it was diagnosed or by who. I swear to God, they're trying to deflect my symptoms of the PTSD with the memory and everything else and trying to lump most of it with ADHD now, which I don't know how the fuck's on my record. I don't have ADHD. It wasn't even on my fucking PWD application, which had to be redone and sent again by my advocate, because my advocates not only my advocates and the PWD review board both found bullshit fucking lies. Now, they didn't outright use the word lies, but there's no other way to look at it. When my initial PWD application was put through, not only did it disappear again, like I said, it had been happening for fucking years. Every time I get an application in, it vanished, and nobody could tell me where the fuck it went. Half the time I was told that there was never even a fucking application. The same thing happened. But little did they know I had advocates. It took almost a year later, one of my advocates emailed me up phoned me up and was like, so what's going on with your application process? I'm like, oh, my doctor still has it. Turned out, I went to my doctor and he told me I didn't give him anything. Blah, blah, blah. Like, what? Same fucking bullshit. It's been happening for fucking years. So anyways, my advocate told me to have the meeting with him again, have him fill it out. Do not give it to the doctors to send off for processing. To take the application, hold on to everything myself, the whole booklet thing, and then bring it directly to my advocates so they can review it and send it off themselves. They did so, and it went through. But not before the first time. And the fuck up the first time was some social worker had tried slipping into my PWD application, my medical records, a whole slew of shit that I have never been diagnosed with because I do not fucking have. Trying to say that I was paranoid, schizophrenic. I suffered from marijuana-induced psychosis, and there was like 2 or 3 other fucking things. I can't remember what the hell they were. Absolute fucking insane bullshit. Trying to make me out to be cuckoo bananas, like, so everything that I say is fucking some crazy confabulation of some madman sort of thing. It was caught by the PWD review board. They caught it because they seen that this guy's never been diagnosed with any of this shit. The only thing he's been diagnosed with is PTSD, depression, and fucking anxiety, which is PTSD. And my advocate caught it too. And I even have the denial form from the PWD review board that they sent me when they initially denied my first application, clearly stating why it was denied. That was why, what I just finished saying. And on top of it, that the worker who had submitted the information wasn't even qualified to make a diagnosis herself. Hence, it was denied. And we had to go back to my advocate. My advocate was like, what the fuck? And she put all that stuff in there. Like, what? What the fuck is going on? Sort of. She didn't say it like that. She was obviously just like, what the fuck though, right? She didn't say those words. Those are my words. So anyways, we did the review, or did the appeal properly with my advocate, and I'm on PWD for my PTSD. Where the fuck is this ADHD shit coming from? Trying to say that it's the cause for my fucking memory issues and stuff. Like, some days I'm like a fucking elephant. You can tell me something and I will never forget it. Other times you can tell me something and 5 minutes from now it's, what? You never told me anything. Hence why I write everything down. It's because of fucking PTSD. My memory goes out the window like that when I've got under immense amounts of stress, or like when I've got tons of shit going on that I've got to deal with, and that's what PTSD does. It does a whole bunch of things, not just affecting your memory, stuff like that too. It's not fucking ADHD, man. The same thing with the inability to stay still, especially when I'm in public and stuff like that too. That's PTSD, not ADHD. They're trying to fucking deflect my symptoms of the PTSD. and trying to say that I have ADHD now. I have my fucking medical records here. I have my PWD application here. Nowhere in it does it say ADH fucking D.